Good morning, everybody. How is it going? Let me tell you something. Today is going to be a wonderful day. It's my last day of training. I'm officially done with the Point Loma Ross where I was working at, and I'm on to the newest thing that's coming up. Is that new location that I'll be working out of, which is, I would say, $10 million bigger, between $6 and $10 million bigger projected. But how exciting is it to be waking up every day in San Diego is sunny? I mean, for the most part, I'm having a great time. And it has everything to do with my mindset. I'm actually forgetting to talk about the things that are making me successful right now. Because in my training piece, I talked about having that same work ethic, right? And not getting caught up in the fact that I'm getting promoted. But more than anything, I've been consistently putting knowledge into my head that's not on the books. And I think that's important for you to think about, because not everything that you need to learn is going to be written on paper. You need to seek that information from people with experience. And I've gone over this before, but if you think about it the way that I'm thinking about it, on the paper, it's how they want you to do it. From experience, it's how somebody was able to do it. You have to implement the things that you learned and use that experience. Sometimes, and granted, sometimes you're going to have to learn on your own. However, you don't always have to struggle with that first learning curve or that first learning process. You could always ask. So I do. I put it in a way that'll make it so that I could learn from somebody's answer. My question should stay open-ended so that I could always ask another question. I mean, it's those same things that you do when you're training somebody else. And I think that that's stuff that I want to go over. But for right now, that's how I feel like I'm making it through my training, because everything on paper, most of it, I would say I would not be able to reiterate. I wouldn't be able to tell you again, word for word per se, that our policy on this is this, exactly word for word. I would tell you straight up, oh, no, you don't want to do that. I know that for a fact. And that's the point, is that I would be able to learn all of those things through the questions that I ask. Oh, so what happens in a situation like this? Am I supposed to do this, or should I make sure that I do this? Or what is the first thing that I want to do? Right? Relating all of that into my life, the way that I have to implement it is that the way that I start off my day is very, very strategic. And yes, there is ground rules that I want to make sure that I hit, but everything is off of the day. I could wake up and not have my coffee, but that could be something that I want to do. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna reconfigure my morning so that I can make that happen. Whether that be like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna replace the caffeine with protein and I'm gonna just eat some eggs. Like today, for instance, yes, I'm having my coffee, but I also made some hard-boiled eggs. So I'm gonna take those to work and I'm gonna use that as my snack throughout the day. That is what I'm talking about. I know that you guys might feel like that doesn't even relate. This idiot doesn't know what he's talking about, but it does. Because you can, and it's the same thing that I talked about, I think a couple days ago or 3 days ago, where you could lay out the ground for your day all day. We said 6, 12, 24. You could lay that all out. And the second that something doesn't go right at the 6th hour, or by that let's say it could be 1 day, 1 week, a month, one day, 2 weeks, 3 months, whatever it may be that your timeline is for your goal. You have to understand this. You have to be able to break it down all the way till it's the initial impact of your day, which starts with being happy, waking up positive, energetic, determined, all of those things. See, that's what we talk about. See, people don't realize that all of that stuff correlates to your goals. All of those are steps and stages. Everything has some impact on how fast you're going to obtain your goal, or how soon you'll be able to move on to the next step. It is all dependent on you. So if you're able to think about it like that, and I know it seems like, oh, that's a shitload of work. I'm not going to do all that shit. Either I'm going to work hard and I'm going to get it, or I'm not. But you have to be able to conform to the things that come. You have to be able to adapt to the situations that may arise, because you may be, let's say, let me think about the best way to relate this to a lot more people. You may be working at a store, and you might have been there for 5 years, longer than anybody else, and you might be more knowledgeable than anybody. And then you're like, all right, cool, I'm in a manager program and I'm about to get promoted. Everybody knows about it, everybody's on board with it. Everybody, your store manager gets promoted before you. New store manager comes in, or a new lead comes in, whoever it may be comes in and has a determining factor in whether they are going to promote you or not. However, what they see is somebody who's not able to transition, somebody who might not be able to accept the fact that there's new management, or they might feel like you're trying to be too deserving of that position and aren't going to show that person how much you deserved it or what you did to earn that deservance. Those are all factors, right? Because then that person could be like, well, you know what? This person is energetic. This opposite person, person number 2, is energetic, comes to work on time, super excited about me being here. It seems like this is a person I'd want to work with on the next level. And those are all determining factors. And what happens then? You have let yourself be comfortable in your position or in your role, your mindset, and not been able to have adapted. So yes, all of those things, like waking up in the morning, showing mad love to everybody, or all of those things that we've talked about in the past 50 days, the past 50 vlogs, are all factors. Yes, they are. And you have to be able to catch them. You have to be able to be very aware of them, so that you could adapt yourself into a person that is better for you. Like, who gives a shit about everybody else, right? However, there are going to be things that people are able to help you with, and you have to be able to accept that. Yes, people that are entrepreneurs or business leaders in the world have had to network, and if they aren't able to network with certain people, it might have stunted something else that they could have done. However, it doesn't mean that they didn't reach the success that they were always destined to. That's the same scenario for you, on a smaller scale, larger scale. Who knows? We don't know. So we have to be able to factor in all of those things, like the way that I start my morning, not letting other things get to me, staying consistent, having hard work ethic no matter what the circumstances, not letting a little bit of success factor into my work ethic, or there are so many things, right? And I'm going to keep saying because I can keep thinking of them, and you have to be able to interpret that at the beginning, at the very starting point of your day, because every single day is a new day. Like, I could go into work right now, have my promotion, find out that my store manager leaves the company and a new store manager comes in, and it is somebody that is very, very outside, new, and I have to take on a lot more work. And I'm still learning. You understand that there is a lot of factors that could impact my day, and I don't even know it yet. So I have to have a strong foundation to what I'm doing and be able to react and impact change in myself, so that I could help and keep that same mentality going throughout my day. I mean, I know that was a shitload, and that was a lot, and maybe I'll be able to watch this again and break down each section of what I'm talking about. But you gotta always stay consistent. And it's been a while since I've actually you might not realize it, but it's been 2 days since I've actually got deep within the camera and talked to you guys really about things that are gonna impact success. And those are the things that I'm talking about. Like, I know. I wish that I could bullet point it, give you 3, and this is going to be it, but it's not. And people that are able to factor in 10 things that are going to help you result in success are very vague. And I'm talking about day to day. And I really, really want to say, like, that is how positivity correlates into success. How you relate your well-being, or how you relate your mindset into the results of the goal, right? You are able to use that mentality to reach and obtain every success that you're getting, right? And that is how you should think. It's very, 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 very strategic plan, that in the end you will have people following you as a leader, instead of you still working towards taking over. Or I think we get the point, right? there's a lot of things that will make you a different leader than somebody else, and I'm just trying to help you, or help myself at the same time, reach and obtain those things, because at the end of the day, I want people to have believed in me instead of have people follow me. And that's the thing that will result in me having a legacy instead of me just being somebody who hit the pages of the book. Oh, remember I told you that that shit almost fell? It almost fell again. Good evening, guys, and thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been showing me. I am so excited about what's to come. Last day at my old store, first day at my new store is coming up. I have so much to look forward to. I'll have an opportunity to show all of the things that I've been implementing in my own life, and really go into a new store with a good mindset, good foundation, and good consistency. So I have to still work on all of those things that have been an opportunity for myself, and I know that there are going to be opportunities for others. So anytime that I could exemplify the behaviors that I want to distribute as good, I have to be able, and I have to be the first one to be able to do so. So I'm super excited, really in tune with everything that's going on. I really appreciate all of the things that you guys have been commenting, all of the suggestions that I've been getting, all of the encouragement and wise words from some of the viewers. I really want you guys to feel the way that I feel, but first and foremost, I want you guys to stay tuned. So many big things are going to be happening. So many good things are going to be happening this year. I have no doubt in my mind that the cars that we are building, my brother and I, are going to start taking flight. We have a lot of things planned, a lot of hard work going into the things that we're doing. So I really hope that you guys will be able to see, and not only will you be able to see it, that it'll be evident, because I think that that's a good point to make right now, now that I'm there. Because anybody can say everything that they want to do with their life. Everybody can say all of the things that they mean to the person or whoever, but it's the action, it's the result, it's the goal that is going to show or be evidence of how hard that work ethic and that dedication has paid off in tenfold to me right now. So just remember that as you go throughout your day, as you finish off your night, if all you hear is words coming out of somebody's mouth, or all you're giving to somebody is words and not giving them the action, really stop and reflect and determine what it is that the value is of those words without any result, and then determine what it would be the difference if you actually had a result, or you were able to see the result through actions. Think about that, because I've actually ended relationships because of that, and I've also had people end relationships because of that. So it's a good behavioral tool for everybody to think about those things, like how much things do I actually put into action, and how many things are just words that I want you guys to know that I have plans for. Well, I would hope that a good 75% right now is all action, and I can show you the results through my job performance, through my own personal life, through my relationship with my fans, and with my fans, I don't consider you guys fans, with my friends and family. That is how I can show that the actions of what I've been doing are the results, or these are the results, right? But I could also say that a lot of it is future stuff that I plan to do. So I know that the actions that I'm taking have no evidence yet, but it doesn't mean that I don't feel that confident about those, just like I would be confident about the things that I actually do have results for. So I hope you guys are enjoying your night. Again, I have to say this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It is the thing keeping me going. It is the thing keeping us fighting. It is the thing that is going to help us with our successes. And you want to know why it is so important to me? I'll tell you why. Because every single subscriber to me equals the movement creating, going, and moving, gaining speed. Hope you feel that way too.